Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Dark Souls 3. You know what? Since this doesn't seem to affect anything anyway, let's put this back to high. Because, changing that mid Let's Play should also, be a good idea. Anyway, maintenance is over. Looks like it took 3 hours. It should have been only 2, but, well, it gave me an excuse to play MechWarrior Online at least, so yay for that. Alright, so where were we? I need to go talk to her just to see what else she has to say. I never ranked up in this covenant because the rewards for this covenant kind of suck. But I would like to think that as you rank up in this, she'll tell you more things. But I can't really find out because I can't really properly do the covenant. It is possible to farm the item from enemy drops, but farming covenant items is ridiculously tedious, even with all maxed out item find. So, yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. I was happy to do that in freaking Dark Souls 2, but in this, no.
Oh, good blade of the dark moon. Welcome home. If I can provide thee succor, only tell me how. Long ago, our father Gwyn, lamenting the waning of the fire, became cinder of his own will. Now, the fire is linked by the champions who have come in his stead. Such is the will of father and the gods. And so the Dark Moon Knights took arms to watch over those who link the fire. But long ago, our company lost its last proper knight. Only its covenant was preserved to this day, until the time of thy visit. Heirdom taketh many forms, indeed. May I pose thee a question? This tower, this prison, stands tall and solitary, the contraption bridging its lower reaches long unmoving. So, by what path didst thou here ascend? Art thou a creature of the air? Or other winged thing?
No, I can't fly.
No, of course not. Forgive my prying. Think no more on mine asking. I am ashamed to say I know very little of anything. Long ago, now such is the but long ago, only its covenant heirdom.
Alright,
Off so soon? May the dark moon watch over thee.
so I don't think there's really anything about the dialogue option. It's just kind of just some flavor text, I guess, because we obviously walked on air to get here. But she does talk about kind of the idea that Gwen was the one that first linked the fire, and then it's been kind of cycles ever since. Anyway, where we are at actually is above the church area, the church bonfire area, where we saw Henri alive for the last time. And I pointed out there's a room that's completely useless, and now we're above it. So the point of that room is to drop down and grab the items as you fall. For the most part, it's not too bad. So we can get the Painting Guardian's Curved Sword, a reference from Dark Souls 1. I think I mentioned before that the Covenant system hasn't, and there's the Painting Guardian armor set. The Covenant system has never really been the best in Dark Souls. Dark Souls 1, a lot of them were very confusing, and you didn't really know how you're supposed to do them. I think one of them was in fact bugged, at least from what I've read. Dark Souls 2, most of them were pretty clear, but most of them are kind of, but they still had the issues with the blue sentinels and the way of the blue and stuff like that. Though in their case, they at least had cracked blue-eyed orbs, which you can use to invade people that send. But in this one, it's like it feels like even more step back. Like it's just like it's the same stuff over and over again, and most of them are just not interesting. They put a lot more emphasis on online. I know that much. I mean, they've been focusing a lot more on PvP and things like that, but it's just, I don't know. It's just not really... Well, I mean, they focus on PvP, but it's just not great. It's... Because PvP is never really... I mean, despite that people that like doing their fight clubs and stuff, this game is not good for PvP. You can just look at how the fights go. It's just... It's phantom range. I mean, imagine playing Street Fighter, where all your attacks are based off character positions from half a second ago. Where you're out of range of an attack, you back away from an attack only to be hit by it because your opponent thinks you're closer. Anyway, so we actually went to Lothar Castle, which should actually trigger another part of a story event. So I'm gonna go to Cliff Underside. I want you guys to think. This is a quest thing, and I want you guys to think about how would I know to go back to this place. Furthermore, how will I know to go back to a very specific spot? Oops, wrong way. Ah, here's a better view. So yeah, you can see the sun's kind of burned out type thing. It's practically like a black hole almost. Yep, here it is. Touch sign requesting cooperation. Answer Cirrus of Sunless Realms call for cooperation and be summoned as a phantom. Speaking of that, I need to actually pick up an item I missed back in Irithel, which I'll go grab after this. But yes, once again, there's one of these reverse summon signs, and there's literally no way for you to know that you're supposed to come back here. I mean, she's supposedly supposed to specifically go after a certain person that's around here, but there's no way for you to know about that. Like, she doesn't really talk about it. You don't really get very much dialogue with her. She just, I mean, your first dialogue with her is go away, essentially. Then after that, she's like, oh, I guess you're kind of nice. And then after that, you don't get any information. You get nothing. So yeah, this is a complete mystery quest. There's no way for you to do this quest line without a walkthrough. No way. I mean, unless you somehow happen across an area from backtracking, which there's no point in backtracking in this game because you'll pretty much find all the items easily enough because they're just in dead ends. And most of the hidden items are useless anyway. So yeah, this is once again more broken quest lines. This fight can be a bit tough, to say the least. So yes, we get to fight this guy that got a tree, the roof to fall on him.
I finally found you.
Holy Knight
I
Hodrick.
promised, Grandad. Remember?
And they're apparently related, because that's a thing. Anyway, this is Hodrick. He was the guy that invaded, he was our first NPC invader, if you recall. Which we managed to defeat. He can and will parry you. He hits extremely hard now. In fact, there's been a lot of situations where he can just... He's killed Sirius multiple times, so he's definitely pretty tough. Seems to be resistant to dart. Good, you didn't parry me.
Good night, Grandad.
Alright, So we got that done. But yeah, if he parries you, he pretty much usually one-shots me with a riposte. But yeah, that's we're kind of in the tail end of her quest line. Now, unfortunately, some items are going to appear down there, but they don't appear until after you essentially teleport out and teleport back in. So we'll deal with that in a second. So what we'll do is Shrine Bonfire, why not? We might as well go talk to Sirius first. Get that taken care of.
Oh, there you are. I'm afraid I've involved you in my affairs over a little promise at that. My sincerest thanks for your assistance. At last, my grandfather will rest in peace, and I can die. But there is one last. May I take a vow? To serve you as a knight. Oh, I am most grateful. I, Sirius, do hereby serve as your faithful knight. Wherever, whenever I am needed. My loyalty shall never waver. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Did anyone else notice that her dialogue didn't seem to fully play? Oh well, did you have anything else to say?
If I may ever be of assistance, I am your knight forever and true. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Yeah, I feel like it's like cutting off like after a comma. But yeah, she just gave us a knightly vow to always work with us no matter what. Of course, if we do anything involving the Rosaria's fingers, that vow gets broken for some reason, because whatever. I mean, the character's cool as far as like the armor set, and, you know, I guess the soft-spoken nature, but I end up kind of comparing her to Lucatiel, where in Lucatiel's case, we kind of see her multiple times, and each time she kind of tells us a little bit more about her story, as well as her constant struggle to try to fight the effects of hollowing. In this, there really isn't any of that. It's, hey, I don't care about you, go away, and then, hey, you're kind of nice because you helped this old lady out, and you can call on me now. And then after that, that's pretty much all you'll see of her, unless you know exactly how the questline works. And even if you know how the questline works, it's literally her going up against a Rosaria's finger that happens to be a character from Dark Souls 2, and then a leader of a covenant. Speaking of a leader of a covenant, if you did not get the Moundmaker Covenant because you didn't figure out the go in some guy's cage, killing Holy Knight, what's his name, Hodrick or whatever, at that point would actually give you the Moundmaker Covenant item. So pretty much more than like 75% into the game, or actually about 75% into the game, you can join the Moundmakers if you missed it the first time. Anyway, I guess I should level up. Why not? It's not like I can get invaded though. Alright. Sorry if I'm sounding a little annoyed. It's just this is counting Demon Souls and Bloodborne. This is essentially the 5th game of this style, and it feels like they've made every effort to do everything poorly. By the way, we're at +7 now on our Estus Flask. Anyway, let's go back to Cliff Underside first. Because I believe we can get some items from that. But yeah, I feel like this game's been heavily rushed. I feel like they didn't really think through all the mechanics they were adding in, and a lot of them they just changed for I don't even know what reason. Like, I guess they wanted to be more like Bloodborne, but didn't actually go all the way. So it's like, I don't know. It's just kind of a mess. Anyway, we can drop down here. Actually, why'd I even drop down here? I could have just teleported. Whatever. over here, you can find more items. You can get essentially his armor set. So sunset armor, sunset helm. Let's see if there's actually anything worth noting. Armor of Hodrick, Holy Knight of the Sunless Realms. The slight gold armor named for its sunset hues is now faded and wrapped in tainted rags. The sorry fool is known to wander the battlefield as a crazed ghoul, lashing out at friend and foe alike. Guess that's why he had that covenant. And then sunset helm. And same stuff. Okay. Well, there's that, I guess. Alright. Well, that's really all there is to it. So let's go ahead and, next we're gonna go to... back to Earthal. We'll take, we'll go from Central Earthal. So... I believe doing, Sirius's quest where you helped fight against, God, I don't even remember his name, because... guy from Dark Souls 2, essentially. Don't I have his axe? Pretty sure that'll tell me. Here it is. Yeah, Crichton. There we go. So, if you help Sirius fight Crichton, and then defeat his Phantom... in your own world, his gear appears over here. So there you go. That is his entire, armor set. And yeah, he's from Mira, another place that we'll never learn more about, or ever see. Okay, so we have a few options. We can go continue on through the Dragon's Barracks and complete things that direction. We can go under the castle and go that route. Or we can go all the way to... where is it? The abandoned tomb. Or tomb, sorry. And start working through Smouldering Lake, which is completely 100% optional. But with a plus 10 weapon, I think we'll be okay, despite the fact that our weapon is fire-based. Alright. What equipment do I have? Getting bonus souls and some other nonsense. Alright, so first things first, run. I've already gotten the secret. I already got the item behind the broken wall. And there's a giant worm there. You can pretty much bypass this worm, but you generally want to fight him. Back away. That death beam will hurt a lot. Did I mention that death beam hurts a lot? Alright. Yeah, that's allowed. Alright. So there's a few things you can do in this. There's a few ways to fight this. You can try to position yourself so you can attack him while he's burrowing in a bunch of directions, or you can use the ballista to try to kill it for you. And even if it doesn't look like it's hitting him, it is. Just stand right here and let it fly. If you touch him or touch this worm while it's moving really fast, you will take quite a bit of damage. So generally this is the safest way to do it. If you have a long weapon like this spear or a great weapon, you can position yourself to just hit him while he's... Because he always burrows out. He has two ways of burrowing, and both of them are extremely predictable and hard-coded. Oh, and he's dead already. We got Lightning Strike and an Undead Bone Shard for that, as we get blasted in the face a bunch of times. Boss is over there, completely optional, as well as the rest of these areas. I'll come back and grab these items later. Most of them are pretty much useless, they're just a bunch of large Titanite shards. But I could upgrade my Estus Flask before we actually, actually fight. Also, did I actually put anything in the Acid Flask yet? Nope. Cause screw that. Pretty much my hybrid pyromancy stuff is just going to be some additional ranged attack for now. I mean, Blackfire Orb is pretty damn good, but... doesn't compare to this spear. Alright. I think I mentioned before that I have tons of issues with very big bosses, and there's like very awkward collision issues. And this boss has quite a few of them, so just notice how my character gets dragged around in a lot of cases. I'm only hitting for very little. Shit. Yeah, that attack's pretty hard to avoid. You can actually roll to avoid the AoE. That one's pretty hard to avoid. Drink. This guy does, like I said, he hits hard, does a lot of fire damage. Mistimed it. Actually, it's not too bad. That, on the other hand. Yeah, if you're in point blank range, good luck avoiding that attack. Yeah, you're not gonna... That has reach, though. Oh, wow. Surprisingly enough. It's actually really hard to hit him with a spear. Especially since my targeting never freaking goes. Do that one more time, please. That is, what, 4 or 5 attacks? Wait, he's already in the next phase? Seriously? Alright, he's in phase 2, even though I've only done about 25% damage to him. Oh, there it is. Did you see what happened? His club actually dragged me away, which makes it really hard to counterattack in a lot of cases. Oh, here we go. Alright, he's going in and then out. Oh, and now he's raining a bunch of fireballs for me. Too far away. I think that's one of the few times I've actually done a... Oh, I'm out of magic already. Oops. That's alright, I still did some damage. The hitbox for that ring is actually a little bit smaller than you can expect. Hey, I dodged it. So it is possible to roll through it, but it is difficult. Yeah, look at that. His staff, his freaking club is actually dragging me around. Over half of that circling was not done by me. Got him. Now just back away. Ow, that hit. And dragged me, thank you. Okay, rings going in, then out. That hit me somehow, great. Shit, I'm trapped. I am literally trapped. Roll. You gotta be kidding me. I was trapped in his collision. So yeah, the boss isn't hard. It's just literal bullshit with his collision. Because his final attack was like a massive explosion and does a lot of damage. Kind of like the demon that we fought coming into this place. That does a lot of damage and just kind of wrecks you overall. Also, I'm hollowed, apparently. So that's a thing. That's okay. The hood covers it up, mostly. By the way, I'm going to get hollowed a lot faster now because I get 8 hollowing per... And it's a bit premature to heal, but whatever. I'm just gonna go grab my souls because it is 30,000 of them. But yeah, if we had avoided that attack, it would have been pretty much the end of the battle. I was hoping to show that off, but... Oh, there you are. But yeah, his club was in the way. And timing that's actually a little difficult. Yeah, I'm just gonna manually attack. Just go for the legs. I hit dodge game, but thank you for the input delay. I can just do this. His club literally slides me into position for him to hit me. Alright, you're in phase 2, congratulations. That ring, by the way, does tons of damage. And of course his projectiles go through freaking walls. Because why not? Oh great, when do you get hit? Nope, avoided it. Good stuff. Alright. Okay, you're going in, so I can do this. Alright. I'm out of magic again. Actually, I can just switch to that. I'll help a little bit. What? I see the flames split, and then they reappear. So, there we go. You know, it's fun. Mass point-blank AoEs. Right. Oh, good. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. I've never been hit by these meteors, by the way. Never. It's never happened. I don't even know how they target, really. Sliding me into position. Okay, going in then out. Just let you come to me. Run, 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 run. There you go. Massive explosion, but he pretty much sputters out at that point. And he won't really do anything now. Just finish him off. Soul of the old Demon King. And my ember's been restored. Yay. Alright. So let's take a look at the soul we just got. The shriveled old Demon King is now like a clump of burnt ash, but he's the last living witness of the chaos of Izalith. So there you go. And where's the bonfire? There it is. Because we definitely needed a bonfire in this room.
Welcome us. Very well. Then Haken. Farewell, Ashmi.
Alright, well, pop one of these. Pop one of those. Pop one of these. And get ourselves another level up.
Then Haken.
There we go. Good stuff.
Farewell, Ashmi.
And we can go ahead and get ourselves a +8 flask now. And then leave. Let's see, we got ourselves... Yeah, we can get... Is it the same spells? No, it isn't. But yeah, we can get Chaos Bed Vestiges, which it's a pretty powerful fire spell. We don't have enough souls right now, but also don't have enough slots to actually use it. So, yeah. Oh well. Well, at this point, the only thing we need to do now is continue through the Demon Ruins and do all the other extra junk that's going to be in the way. The upcoming area is going to be pretty annoying, because monsters hit hard and they're all annoying. But that'll be for another time. I am the Depressed Eater, and this was Dark Souls 3. See you guys later.